In the city of work, we don't play no games. Skyline whispers stories of hustle and grind. Cleveland's heartbeat never falls behind. It's 216, where the voices collide, holding it down like a tide won't subside. No fluff, just fire, this truth takes flight. Let's get to the facts, yeah, starting tonight.
Welcome to Let's Get to the Facts podcast. I'm your host, Doss. I am here with my man, Coach Shot. And like we do every Monday, you know, we talk about them sports, we talk about entertainment, we talk about politics. What's up, Coach?
Not much, Coach. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, actually, I'm lying. I'm heated. I'm heated over this whole Shedeur Sanders, the Sanders boys, and all of this stuff that's going on in the NFL, man. You know that's going to be a hot topic that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
And we just going to go from there. So, all right, you had a chance to check out. Actually, before I get into that, man, what was your weekend like, Coach? Yeah, people.
Weekend was the weekend, man. I had a good weekend. For y'all don't know, I got multiple jobs. So for the first weekend in a while, I had Friday and Saturday off from the second job, and then Sunday, my family throws an annual pool party. This time it was at a different location, and I had a fucking time.
You had a what?
I said I had a time, boy. It was a time. It was a good day. Food was good. Drinks was good. The vibes was good. Nobody had any bad blood. It was just a cool day, man. It's a cool day to be amongst my people, my culture. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was some Americans in the spot, it was still cool. It was mixed with Americans and Jamaicans. Still a great night, great event. You know what I'm saying? My aunt and my niece, they put it on just about every year. I can't think of a year that we haven't had it, but it was just at a different location this time. It was downtown Cleveland in the Flats, and it was a good time.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Why do I keep? Oh, everybody is texting me right now, and this is not a good time for people to be texting. I don't know what is going on with this. All right. Hold on. Shit. I'm trying to figure out how to turn this shit off, but it's too late right now. But I ain't going to even get into it. But that's cool, man. I'm glad that y'all had a good time. So I was at the Browns game, man, this weekend. So that's what I got a chance to be a part of, you know, go down there and see all of this craziness that transpired down on the field. Mm-hmm. So let's just get right into it right off the bat, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so okay, that's you. Mm-hmm. All right, so look, man, what did you think of the preseason game? I know you said you had a chance to watch it. So, you know.
I'm gonna say this first team looked good. I'm still worried about Flacco, man. That man is still statuesque. He's 40 back there.
Yeah.
First team looked good. First team, I'm gonna start offensively. First team, the offense looked good. So I'm gonna give Flacco. You know, went down the field, scored a touchdown field goal. Good job. Gabriel came in with that second team / a little bit of the first teamers. At that point in time, he did a good job.
Right.
You know, especially in that 2-minute drill at the end of the half. I just honestly thought offensively they was going to give Lee Shedeur at least a couple plays with, you know, maybe the first team offensive line in there, or worst case scenario, at least a second team offensive line.
Right.
But when the man came in, he was out there with people that's going to be delivering your packages, you know, UPS, Amazon, in a couple, not a couple weeks, but probably today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing against those dudes, but they just wasn't. They you know what I'm saying. Hopefully they'll get better and be okay and end up in the NFL somewhere. But I just didn't expect that. So offensively, when it came down to Shador, it seemed like the play calling changed. They ran the ball exclusively on first down every time they got the ball. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you gonna pass the ball somewhere here on first down at some point in time?
Right.
But that didn't happen. Defensively, all I'm gonna say this: we got a fucking D line.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you on that one. I
like.
Who?
Go ahead, coach.
Who?
No. I like Huntington, 66.
66. I
Yeah.
like him.
I like that boy.
Yes,
Like him.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. But I like the defensive line. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of my dude Carson Schwessinger.
I like the linebacking core. That's what my cousin just said also.
Yeah.
I like the linebacking core we have.
Yeah, I like the group that we have. I'm still on the fence about Tubby from Michigan.
Okay. So
he played good, but I'm still on the fence.
I was watching him at the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
So at this game with the Rams, and I will say what it looks like he's doing. I've seen him get blown off the ball. That's the first thing. I saw him get blown off the ball. The dude has no muscle tone whatsoever. I don't know what he's been doing his whole preseason, but he was getting blown off the ball. Now, he does take on some double teams, which we should open it up for Miles.
Yeah.
But if Miles is taking the double teams, I don't see him being the guy that's going to come around the corner to make the plays. Now, Alex Wright, yeah. I honestly think 66 outplayed Graham, truth be told, in this preseason. This man played on special teams. He was coming down on kickoff, making tackles. I mean, the dude is hungry, and I think he's hungrier than Graham.
You right. He and you talk about preseason wise, he has, because I can recall in just about every game he has made a play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though it's a short sample, there's only three preseason games. I will have to agree that he has outplayed Graham in this situation.
I forgot. My cousin said we can't forget about Michael Hall Jr. I keep forgetting about him.
Mike can't even touch none the field. None. I think he's still dealing with that injury. Yeah. I don't think he's going to be ready for week 1, which is crazy because when did he suffer the injury? Was it late in the season?
Yeah, but that you talking about late in the season on top of missing the season, violent stuff.
Yeah, man, it ain't looking good for Buckeyes that the Browns draft, man. It just ain't looking good right now.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
But so all right, man. So here's my take. I thought Joe Flacco was cool.
Mm-hmm.
With what, 9 and 10, 70 some yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was cool. The running game looked questionable this week, which was kind of strange, but I don't know if that was because they're trying to rotate too many running backs.
Real quick, even though I agree with you, it did look strange, but I still liked what I seen out of Dylan Sampson.
Oh, I like Sampson. Yeah, I like Sampson and Marshall, truth be told.
Yeah, but, they look like they're keeping both of them so far.
Yeah,
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like Sampson and I like Marshall. I know Pierre Strong is fighting for his life. Jerome Ford is fighting for his life. Jerome just don't give me I'm your guy running back. I don't get that from him at all. So I don't see that coming. I don't see that happening. So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Dylan Gabriel came out. So I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Okay. Here's what a lot of people are not talking about. Dylan Gabriel came out. Yes, he finished 12 of 19. He did finish 12 of 19 with a touchdown. But what people are failing to understand about Dylan Gabriel's performance was this. Dylan Gabriel was 3 of 8 when he first came out there.
Yeah, he struggled in the very
He was
beginning.
3 of 8.
Yeah.
That's with 1 and 2 receivers, 1 offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You were 3 of 8. The only way that you made a run and made it look good for yourself was on a 2-minute drive.
Yeah.
You got a chance to come down the field on a 2-minute drive, dinking and dunking to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, you came out, you did just like you did in the first time you got the chance to look good. 3-step drop passes, get the ball out quick. 3-step drops, get the ball out quick. So it's like, okay, he can operate a 2-minute offense. Good for him. But if Joe Flacco goes down right now, are you comfortable with Gabriel running the team?
Hell no. Yeah, I'm just being honest, like, and I think that's one of the reasons why they kept Cody Pickett around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
calling him Cody Pickett because I'm like, what the hell is this?
I'm gonna keep fucking up his name on purpose. I just don't. But no, like, I think that's one of the reasons though. Like, they don't feel comfortable with Dylan Gabriel.
Right, and that's why they're trying to make it look good for him because, me personally, I think they're just trying to justify their pick. They're trying to make people feel like to justify what they did. This is the reason why we got him. He knows how to deliver the ball and this, that, and other. But look, when he had to run the offense, 3 of 8.
Yeah.
3 of 8.
It's crazy too. It was that one possession when there was, I think it was on the left side of the field when he had a chance to again run the ball. And
he could have ran for a touchdown.
He could have ran for a touchdown. Could have ran man. Listen, I heard what Joe Thomas and them was saying about, he just suffered a hamstring, so he didn't. Man, fuck that, man. If you're a football player, your instinct's gonna kick in and take off the run, no matter what hamstring you done suffered or whatever. So when he didn't take off and run and he threw that crappy pass, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I think didn't it turn into a field goal?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to. It ain't hard to judge, but with all the excuses that they out here handing out, is making it hard to judge because it's like, no, dude, take off and run, man.
Yeah.
Take off.
So what I saw, okay, in that situation, but my cousin said that a lot of his passes are to the left. What I just noticed, is that he's a lefty. That's why he's lefty. I didn't know he was a lefty until this weekend, but he's a lefty. Yeah. But so when I'm watching, first off, I like the defense. I'm still not 100% sure on the secondary because I don't think they've been tested this whole preseason. But the defensive line, I like what I'm seeing so far. Linebacking core, I like what I'm seeing. Now back to the Dylan Gabriel piece. So Dylan Gabriel had plays that were developed strictly for him. So let me just move this banner onto Gabriel and Sanders because that's basically what we're about to talk about. So the Browns, somebody on TikTok, the Browns manager even came out and said the fans are making it worse. I mean, I can kind of agree with that to a point, but at the same time, they're not giving this man a fair shot, like they should be doing. So
I gotta agree. I think the media and the Cleveland media and the fans are making it worse.
I agree to a point, and here's okay. So this is what I heard Ryan Clark say, which is interesting. Ryan Clark says the reason why it's becoming polarizing is because Mel Kiper and all of the fans know that he is a first-round draft pick. We see him as a first-round draft pick, but the Cleveland Browns organization sees him as a fifth-round draft pick, and that's how they're treating him, as a fifth-round draft pick. So because we see him as one thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that they see him like that or value him like we see him.
Yeah, because they honestly, like, if you go back to what Kevin Stays and Kevin Stefanski has said, and even down to AB, like those two quarterbacks between Gabriel and Sanders, they feel like they're developmental.
Right.
They don't feel like one has the upper hand over the other. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. I get that
Yeah.
because I mean it's just to me is yes. Are we making it worse? Of course we are. Because
Mm-hmm.
we know the talent he was. We know where he should have been drafted. We know that. So what I don't like is how everybody's trying to downplay that Eric Dickerson literally came out and stated that he has proof that the NFL, all 32 teams colluded against him to not even let this young man in the league. So
I get it. I get what you're saying, and I heard the exact same thing. But I'm gonna say this to Eric Dickerson: if you gonna come out and say some shit like that, bro, have the receipts ready. Have somebody to say you can't come out and say it and not have proof. Like if the person don't want you to say their name because they might lose their job, then don't say it because it's gonna be that
hey,
somebody's
you
gonna
can
ask for
always
some
drop
proof.
the bomb. You can always drop the bomb. It just doesn't necessarily mean that you got to give up your context. You don't have to. Like
Well,
reporters do that all the time. They drop
so,
stories and don't give up their sources.
so is it a bomb or is it a dud? Because
I think it's legit. I think it's
I heard
legit.
what he said, but coach, it ain't no different from what any other person was saying in the draft or anything else. So it's like I've been hearing about the colluding thing since the draft, since the whole night of the draft, that whole thing. So to me, you ain't saying nothing different from what was said back then unless you put a name to it. I can't. I'm not
But
about
he
to get
confirming
flustered
it.
over because I heard the same story before.
But he confirming it, coach. That's the difference.
How's he confirming? Because he said he got somebody that said it.
Yeah, he
Well,
confirms that.
listen, I'm gonna say how I feel on this one. How I feel about this is, coach. Unless that person can come out there and say, "Boom, I got this proof. We was in a meeting. This is an email from NFL owners, or yada yada yada, or something." You saying the same thing that everybody else said back in the draft to me, coach.
I
I
mean,
need proof
and
at this
everybody
point in
was
time.
saying that in the draft. The NFL, listen, the NFL didn't have a problem with using Shador face,
Mhm.
highlights, and everything else to promote the draft. They
They're
didn't have
not
a
going.
problem. They didn't have a problem. The Browns don't have a problem with promoting Shador and all of this stuff. Listen,
No,
man,
because they gonna get money. Of course not.
collusion is right in our face. And what we cannot do is act like it's not happening.
I'm not saying that it's not happening, coach. All I'm saying is this: what dude is saying, like this weekend, ain't no different from what I heard in the draft or after the draft or leading up to even what he said. So for me to be like, okay, dude, to take like, do I agree? Do I feel like it is some collusion? Yes, but at the same time, I'm just a dude talking to you right now. He's saying he
Right.
got proof. Drop the proof. Whoever said it, they got to say boom. Until then, he's just like us. He's just like us. The only
I
thing
feel
is
what
he
you're
got a
saying.
bigger.
I definitely feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. However, when I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this and I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching, all that did was solidified it for me. That's what it did.
Yeah.
It solidified that because Eric Dickerson don't have a dog in the race. You get what I'm
No, he
saying?
don't.
So why would he just come out there and just say that if he has nothing to gain or lose by it?
He kind of does, coach.
What?
You got to think about it. In this era, that man said on what probably his podcast, his show, or whatever.
It was
So
on somebody
boom,
else's show.
on somebody else's show. So whatever you might have got some viewership out of it. Boom. Now Eric Dickerson say this. Who else from what other podcasters or whatever ain't reaching out to him to pay him to come on their show to say the exact same thing?
Right.
Everybody got something to gain at some point in time. Like he ain't gonna go out there and put it out. You know what I'm saying? He might have went out there and put it out because he, you know what I'm saying, he do know and it is the truth.
Right.
But he's, you know what I'm saying, like you're gonna gain from it.
Yeah.
He's going to gain something from it. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? That's just how the world is.
I see. I don't know, man. I really don't know. So we got somebody
Mm-hmm.
that says Stefanski is the problem. Not sure about the Browns owner yet. Very is impressive with IQ/management. Yeah, he does a little something, something.
Yeah, at times I feel like the ownership is the problem, though. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, shit, the owner came out and said there was no way if we were drafting him on day one. That's the problem to me.
That's
Because
where you
once
should.
again, this man was predicted to be 1 or 2.
Yeah, but that's where, as an owner, you just shut the fuck up. Just because you're a millionaire doesn't give you the right to speak all the time.
Very true. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. So,
You never.
no, go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
I'm about to say he ain't never played football a day in his life. He just paying. He just
Right,
paying to play. Like just
right.
be quiet, man.
So, all right. So let's talk about Gabriel versus Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, because you said earlier before we went live, you said that you're kind of on both sides. Who, in your opinion, had the better preseason?
Stats wise, my eyes wise, I would have to say just based off of one playing almost an entire fucking game to one playing a couple series, I gotta give it to Shador as of right now.
Okay.
He didn't do what you asked quarterbacks not to do, which is turn over the ball. He didn't have a fumble, he didn't have an interception.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So boom, you got to give him points for that. He had 2 touchdowns. Boom, you got to give him points for that. He held command of the offense in the first game, that whole entire game when he was in there. And this game, I think he pressed. I think he pressed. His mama was there, his sister was there. You know, it was a home game. He wanted to make a big game, have a good game. I think he pressed in some situations, but I gotta give it to Sanders. Gabriel was showed me what I thought he was, which was in college. He's kind of like a system almost quarterback. I can give you the dinks and dunks. I haven't seen none of them throw the deep ball yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shador threw the furthest deep ball, and that was to Luke Flory, and then he pulled his hammy, he was done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So other than that, I haven't seen Gabriel press the ball down the field. Like I'm talking, when I mean down the field, I'm talking about 20 yards or more. I haven't seen it, so no.
So I think he threw 2 passes this weekend that were 20-yard passes, and then he put them on the money.
I need more than 20. That's what deep ball to me.
I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. However, we got a lot of chat going on in the TikTok, so I'm trying to catch up on everything. But so first off, this is what I got to make understandable. I don't hate Gabriel. I hate the position he's in because he has to go against somebody that is better than he is, and it's pitting these 2 young men against each other. You know what I'm saying? Because of how the league, the Browns, and everybody else did things. So with that said, Sanders had the better preseason because, like you said, he had to play basically the whole first game by himself. 1s, 2s, 3s, you know what I'm saying? And so he did what he needed to do. He had 3 scoring drives, 2 touchdown passes, and 1 could have been a pass or a run, however you wanted to call it. It was a flip reverse that scored with, Larvadane. So, I mean, it's all about how you want to look at it. But the reality of it is this. Shador still didn't get a fair shot after running the whole Carolina game. So then they're saying, well, Gabriel did the Philadelphia Eagles game. So we just discount all of the turnovers that he had. He took a bunch of sacks as well. No scoring, but I think he had 1 scoring drive, which was a field goal. So it's like, come on, man. Like, and you
talking about Gabriel?
Yeah.
No, he threw a touchdown pass in this last one.
No, I'm talking about in the Philadelphia one.
Oh yeah, no, he was cheeks in that one.
So then we get to this one. Sanders goes 3 of 6. Now, what I'm hearing everybody saying is he's holding on to the ball too long. He's trying to do things. Yeah, as I made a comment to a person who responded on one of my TikToks earlier today, it was like, you need to know the game of football, dude. I've been coaching football for over 20-some years. I know the game of football. But here's the reality. Reality is you're going to hold on to the ball, too, if you don't have nobody that's wide open to get the ball to. You're hoping you can hold on to the ball to get them open. Like I said, I made a TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it, Coach. And I know Stephen A. Smith and them seen it because I think they be talking about me, truthfully. But I'm just going to say, this shit went viral, man. It's crazy. It's out there. But the reality is this. Shador had receiver 38 and 31 to throw to. Now, can you tell me who those people were?
Hold on, repeat the numbers.
38 and 31.
I just know this. One of them is Chad Cota. That's all I know, and I don't know which one is who. I don't know.
and I can tell you the other one name is McDonald. And the only reason why I know that is because when he finally caught a pass in the preseason game, he got knocked out. Yeah. He got knocked out, and they took him out the game.
Yeah, he did get lit up. The only reason why I know Chad, listen,
and that's the only reason I know his name.
Yeah.
Because
the only reason I know Chad Cota is because when they signed him, I got a flash on my phone. That was it.
And so, like, you know, it's this lady, Sam F. She said these guys aren't even gonna make the practice roster, and I agree with her. No, because so you put him out there with a bunch of Amazon package drivers, couple of PDL drivers, maybe some grocery store baggers. You know what I'm saying? And then the two guys that he was throwing the ball to, man, was literally punt team ends. Now understand, they're ends, the close ones. They're not the gunners, they're the ends. Yeah. So you're not even fast enough to be a gunner to get down the field. So how am I expecting you to catch a pass?
I don't know. Like I said, cause when I see your comment on Facebook, I agree with you. I don't know what they were doing. I thought like at least they was going like, I'm like, y'all got all these receivers. I'm at least thinking they was going like Bond. Bond shouldn't even got out the game.
Exactly. What made him so good to the point where he only had to run with the ones and twos and then not?
He played 9 snaps, not targeted once.
They should have been out together.
That's what he should have been out there. Like, dude, you missed preseason 1 and 2 and practice. You show up to practice, your first day of practice, they got you in full pads. Like, what the fuck?
So this leads me into my segment, Coach. Is Shador Sanders being sabotaged? Now, I'm going to tell you, Dan Orlovsky, Stephen A. Smith, all of them are all coming to the defense, and they're like, to suggest that this man is sabotaging players, he's 2-time offensive player, coach of the year, blah, 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 all of this other shit. Okay, listen. Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. You know why? Because the 1 year they had Baker Mayfield, they went to the playoffs. It was the first time they made the playoffs in so many years. Mm-hmm. Mind you, him and Baker were not on the same field. On the same path whatsoever. So then, here's the other part. You made it because you had 4 quarterbacks. No, 3 quarterbacks.
Had a lot.
Watson. You had Watson. You had Huntley.
You had Dobbs.
No. I'm talking about the year they made the playoffs. The year they made the playoffs.
Yeah.
And lost to the Texans.
Okay.
We had Joe Flacco. It wasn't Huntley. Who was the other black quarterback we had? He was number 10 also. What? Was it Huntley?
I know. Okay, these are quarterbacks we had that year. Watson, DTR. I think we had Huntley for one time. We had, what was the dude? PJ something, Walker.
That's who it was.
PJ Walker.
And then Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. Because I remember that year it was an all-black quarterback room.
And we had a shit ton of injuries. The defense was carrying the team.
carried us that whole season. Shit.
And that's the reason why they made the playoffs. It ain't because Kevin Stefanski pulled out some freaking miracle. The defense held it down as long as they could, and then they fell apart in the playoffs. Joe Flacco came in and brought some life to the team. But come on, man. No. So when you sit back and talk about sabotaging somebody, yeah, I see it in him. I see it in him. Because think about what they did to Joe Flacco. They got rid of Joe Flacco to get rid of the quarterback controversy with Deshaun Watson the following year. So now you trying to be – so did you sabotage Joe Flacco? Because you saw what he did, and then y'all got rid of him. And now all of a sudden Watson didn't pan out to be who you wanted him to be. Haslam comes out and says the man is not who we thought he was. And then all of a sudden you bring back Joe Flacco.
But see, real quick, the Haslam is diabolical. He does a lot of nasty work. You said that about the man. It was a swing and a miss, but you also attended this man's wedding.
Exactly.
So I don't know how to feel about that shit. Exactly. So I just think, like, honestly, man, like, I know we're fans, so we're emotional, and I know they're in this, so it's like it's a business. There ain't no emotions to them. So right. I'm on the fence because it's like, to me, it's like I see it, but then it's like, why would you do it? Because at the end of the day, if this kid is who we believe he's going to be and who he is, that's good for you,
right?
You can make more money off of that shit. You could get a bigger contract. You can get bonuses for going to the playoffs and championships and all that other shit. So it's like, why the fuck would you do that? But at the same time,
it's beneficial, Coach, financially. When you look at, if you go to Cleveland Browns TikTok page, whose face do you see on it constantly?
Shador, but listen, no, Shador. But this is my thing. I wasn't talking about, like, I understand it's beneficial for the Browns, but how is it beneficial for Stefanski to do that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where my question comes, is like, yeah, the Browns going to make their money every which way possible, because that's why people say when you want to like buy a Shador jersey, buy his jersey at Jackson State because he still get all that money. Buy his jersey when he was at Colorado because he get that money. The NFL, they only get partial of that. So, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get their money regardless. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, I can understand maybe the ownership. I can understand whatever, but the Browns is an ownership or group, but I don't understand what's the possible gains for Stefanski. I think he will benefit more for letting for developing the kid, quote unquote, and making him the star that everybody else sees him to be. That's just me. Just me, Coach. I just think.
No, I feel what you're saying, Coach. I definitely do. However, I do see that there is I think that there's some sabotaging going on. And the reason why is because play calls are different. Setups are different. Gabriel didn't get to go out there with those Amazon package drivers.
No.
So that right there shows you right off the bat that the collusion is still taking place.
That's what I said. I see it and I agree with you, but I'm gonna offer this.
Okay.
What if they because we don't see everything. Once they stop having practices where fans and the media could be there, we only see certain part.
Right.
And what makes it okay? So what if they see, like, damn, they at home, like, after these these practices or whatever, they get on the phone like, damn, this motherfucker is the truth, but we still can't let him know that he's fully the truth. So we gotta do some shit to fuck with him, and then whenever we are ready to let him know that he's the truth and allow him to be the truth, we will allow that to happen because it's a control situation. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What if that's the thing? Like, they know secretly, they know, but they can't let him know right now because they want to have somewhat control over him.
Why you got to control him?
Because that's fucking sports white man nature, man. They like to control a lot of shit.
Though, Coach, that's the thing. So this is the reason why we're where we're at right now.
Yeah.
This is all taking place because Deion Sanders did that interview. He was sitting on the couch. I don't know. I think it was Oprah, but I'm not 100% sure. But he was being super confident and cocky, and he was like, my kids ain't going to play for no losing teams.
Yeah.
So the white owners took offense to that. How dare this black man talk to us and tell us what his kids are not going to do? Who the hell does he think he is?
Coach, I agree with you. Like, I agree with all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's to me, I think I see the collusion and I see everything, but I think also, like, I always got to look at, every which angle. So I agree with you, Coach. That's all I got to say. I agree with you on the collusion. I see it. It's evident. Like, we even talked about the play calling.
It was Sherry Shepherd, by the way. Somebody just told me on TikTok it was the Sherry Shepherd show.
Okay. So, like, even when, like, you know what I'm saying, you look at the offensive series when Shedeur was in, they ran the ball predominantly on first down all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get it. Like, stuff did change up.
So then I'm gonna pull this one out to you too, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about the Shedeur being sabotaged. Why? All right, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that when Shedeur was in, it seemed like the Rams blitzed every play, but they didn't blitz when Gabriel was out there?
Because it goes to your point. That's what I said. The league is coach. Like, listen, if they could collude to get Michael Sam drafted because he was a gay football player, because they, it was at that point in time, it was. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to be all inclusive and all the other stuff. So if they could collude to get this man drafted, they could collude on other shit. Like, Lord Jesus, we know that they colluded. They were mad about when the Browns signed Deshaun Watson to that fully guaranteed contracts.
Yep.
We know from paperwork that the NFL owners got together and say, damn it, goddamn Cleveland Browns, why the fuck did you do this shit? Now we gotta give the rest of these motherfuckers guaranteed money too. And they were mad.
Yeah. So
we know that they had to come. So it's possible that they pick a phone like, hey, homeboy, you new to this shit. We invited you in, but we can uninvite you. So we need you to do this for us. Ain't nobody gonna draft this dude. We gonna call you and tell you when to draft him. And This is how you gonna play it out. So I'm not saying that it's not possible because we know they have done it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, like. I work at a job where I know motherfuckers be colluding. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if they can do it at my little punk ass job, you know what I'm saying, that ain't bringing in nothing, they can do it somewhere else.
Exactly. And that's what my whole thing is. So I'm gonna move on to Stephen A. and Dan Orlovsky. So they was getting on my nerves because they was talking about anybody that's stating that Kevin Stefanski is sabotaging this man is immature, don't know what they're talking about, but all you got to do is look at what's taking place on the field. Understand, Stephen A. Smith, Dan Orlovsky, and I don't even want to throw Ryan Clark in there because I like what Ryan Clark was saying, but these two in particular, like all of them, they get paid to tell you whatever the station wants to be out there, whatever the NFL wants to be out there. They're not going to sit up there and tell you that the play calls was drastically different. They're not going to tell you that because that makes you look at the coach like, what the hell is he really doing? So they're not going to tell you to do that type of stuff. They're going to sit back and spin the narrative. Now the narrative is, oh, Shedeur holds onto the ball too long. Oh, Shedeur was, he's got to learn to get rid of the ball faster. Man, listen, as soon as he said go, he had two people chasing him. As soon as he said go, he had two people chasing him every time.
Pretty much.
So you're going to hold on to the ball, too, when you got number 38 and 31 no-names to throw to. So it's like, come on, man. Chad Ochocinco did say it because he said what needed to be said. Yeah, he stunk it up. What Chad said. He said he stunk it up, but I'm going to tell you why he stunk it up.
Yeah.
5-step drop passes, long developing plays that didn't even take a chance for this man to even throw the ball. As soon as he said go, two people was on his back.
I'm gonna say this because it seems like you a little bit more into this one. I understand, but I'm gonna say this. I don't give a fuck what Stephen A. Smith say. I don't like him. He lost me when he trying to cozy up to them other people.
Yeah,
like some of the stuff he been saying about Trump. I don't listen, man. Fuck Stephen A. Smith. I hope he's watching. fuck you. I don't want to hear nothing from Stephen A. Smith. I never liked you loudmouth fool, and you think because you're the loudest dude in the room, you're saying the correct thing. No, you're not.
Yep.
So you're dumb. I don't understand. Like, yeah, you might have played a little bit of sports, but I don't like you, and I think you use athletes to get those contracts that you got. ESPN, I wouldn't have gave him that money, but y'all dumbasses did anyway. I don't like him. Dan Orlovsky, you are right. Ryan Clark, I like you. I don't like what Ryan Clark did when he apologized to RG3 because you was correct. Hold your ground. Fuck RG3 and fuck Stephen A. Smith. I know it ain't on topic, but I don't got nothing to say about it.
I get it completely. Stephen A. just gets on my nerves, man, because listen. When I did my TikTok video that went viral, I said Stephen A. is going to come onto the television and tell you he's not going to sit back and say that anything that we see with our own eyes. That's the one thing our country is good with gaslighting. We're watching shit with our own face, and they'll say that didn't happen.
Don't believe your lying eyes, coach.
Don't believe your lying eyes. I'm watching you do this shit, and you gonna tell me it ain't happening.
Yeah.
And I said this before this morning, before he came on. I said this shit Saturday after the game. Stephen A. is gonna get on television. He's gonna tell you that this did not happen. He's gonna tell you, he's gonna spin it as Gabriel was the poster child. And when he got on the television today, that's exactly what he did. Dan Orlovsky, you know who he is, cuz he's a former quarterback in the NFL. He was a backup guy. He started a couple times.
Played for Detroit. That's the only team that I remember him for was Detroit.
Yeah. But Stephen A. got on his show today with Molly Querim, Ryan Clark, and Dan Orlovsky, and he did exactly what I told you he was going to do. You know why? Because he gets paid to say that shit. He gets paid to not be truthful. He gets paid white dollars, so he can't speak his truth. Because that money not only will cut off, it will ruin his career. He'll be out there walking on the streets in his drawers like Lil Nas X.
Yes, he will.
You better believe it. You better believe it. That man spoke his truth. He'd be out there walking in them streets in California in his drawers like Lil Nas X was. Y'all better understand, man. Don't listen to these people who get paid millions of dollars to tell y'all this shit.
And that's truthfully one of the reasons why they're like shows, basically the news and sports shows are losing their viewership and they come to podcasts because we don't have nobody telling us what to do. This is from us.
Exactly.
This is our words. These are pure, unfiltered, whatever. This is us. Like, this is our thoughts and our opinions. Like, they give you thoughts and more opinions from other people.
Exactly. And the crazy part is that they think because they get paid to do it, that makes them more knowledgeable than the next person. That just means you just got hired to do the job. That don't make you knowledgeable. It don't make you more knowledgeable.
Stephen A. been a crock of shit since he stepped foot on ESPN. ESPN ain't been shit since our fraternity brother passed away. That's the truth.
Stuart Scott.
Since Stuart Scott passed away, ESPN been on a downward spiral ever since fucking then.
Yep. Facts. Sam F said she liked Shannon Ocho and Skip Bayless. Did you see Skip Bayless tape?
I don't fuck with Skip.
Okay. Well,
I seen it. I seen a little bit of it, but truth, Coach, I don't fuck with Skip. Skip is I'm sorry, y'all. Situation. No, it ain't even that. Skip always been a culture vulture to me, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never liked Skip, man. You think he come out there wearing some Jordans but you be slaying like little slick racism shit? Like, nah, nigga, I don't fuck with you.
I feel that completely. But his take was get Shador out of Cleveland right now. Because
he want him to go,
man.
He want him to go. Listen, he want him to go to Dallas or some shit. Like that's what he want. Send him to the Cowgirls. That's what homeboy want, man.
He didn't say Dallas. He just said get him out of Cleveland. He said another organization deserves it.
He ain't gonna say, but that's what he wants. He's a Dallas Cowgirl fan, man.
It could be.
I don't like dude, man. I just don't like him. I'm sitting here thinking about punching him in the face. Like I just don't like you. Like I don't like you, dude.
All right, so then let's talk about Shiloh Sanders. Did you see what happened with him?
Yeah, he got waived, but I think he's in a good position. I think the Buccaneers might sign him. I think he's gonna get picked up. Honestly, if we didn't keep fucking 4 quarterbacks, I would say come on to Cleveland because we do need some safety help. We need some safety help.
Both Sander boys and man, stop.
Hey man, fuck it up. Why not? Fuck it up.
I saw a rumor though. I don't know how truthful it is, but rumor has it that the Toronto Argonauts is about to give him a fat contract.
Yeah, they got the rights to him and his brother. So whichever, if they get waived and they want to go play, they up next to negotiate. They got the exclusive rights to them. So, and that was before. Well, Shador was before during the draft, and then they just did that for Shiloh after, right around when they figured he was about to get waived or whatever. I thought he was going to make the squad. I didn't think he was going to get waived.
Right. And
I hope that punch didn't play a role in it because that tight end, he took it there, but Shador got ejected.
And so, not Shador, Shiloh, but I know what you meant.
Yeah, Shiloh got ejected.
Listen, man, I made that same mistake when I was making my video about the Shiloh thing on TikTok, and I'm crossing up all the names because I'm just irritated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess the guy's name is Zach Davison. That his name? The tight end?
I don't know.
So I really don't care what his name is. All I would care about is that first off, everybody's talking about, oh, it's the preseason. He's blocking to the end of the whistle. The whistle had already blown. He still kept on going at it.
And then he grabbed his face mask.
Not only does that, he swung at his head 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times, and then grabbed the face mask after Shiloh pushed him, and then he pushed him again, and then Shiloh swung on him.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. So the only thing Todd Bowles saw was Shiloh swinging the punch, then they turn around and wave him. Come on, man. But then my son sends me this thing and says he had 83 snaps. He only had 4 tackles. He was just like, so you're going to say that this is collusion or some shit like that. And I'm like, listen, man. Listen.
Your son funny.
So listen. I had to tell my son, so if he's out there for 80-some snaps and he don't have a shit ton of tackles, he's in the safety or corner position, first off.
Mm-hmm.
So if they stop this guy, if they stop the runners or the receivers, he only gave up 1 pass out of 83 plays for 8 yards. He only gave up 1 pass for 8 yards. So if the defensive linemen and the linebackers are making the tackles, is that his fault?
No, it's not. That's why football's a team sport. You're not going to get a whole bunch of tackles. I'm sorry. When you're at safety, how many people do you have in front of you that's supposed to be, you're like kind of like you're a safety, you're like in that last line of defense shit back there. So you got at least about, let's just say you rolling with 2 safeties and 2 corners. So what's that, 4? So that leaves you with how many people in front of you to make that tackle?
7 other people.
7 other people.
Exactly.
So if he had high tackles, I'm looking at them 7 other people like, hey, one of y'all motherfuckers ain't do y'all job.
Exactly.
His job, realistically, when you think about a DB or safety, is to prevent passes, nothing deeper than you.
Nothing deep.
And then you keep everything in front and you rally up and try to make that tackle along with the rest of your teammates.
So out of 83 plays, you gave up 1 pass for 8 yards, and you held ground on everything else. And so I don't know what he was trying to prove to me other than you don't see the game for the way the game is supposed to be played.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one.
So it was just weird to me, but I mean it is what it is. We're getting ready to run out of time. We got 10 minutes, Coach. So let's get into actually preseason finale. Did anything stand out to you in this finale? Anything look good to you? Didn't look good?
Talk about the Browns?
All of them.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really pay attention to shit other than the Browns game. I watched it after it was. I watched it a couple times, but I ain't really like. That was not my day of sitting around watching, but I think for some reason this season a lot of teams that people think are going to be bad are going to be good, and a lot of the teams that people think that are going to be good are going to be bad.
I agree.
It's me.
So Jackson Dart still 3 solid games, look good.
Mm-hmm.
Jade Walker, our former player that we coached for the Chicago Bears, game-winning touchdown catch against Kansas City. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I saw that for sure.
So,
yeah.
You know, he's showing out. He should make the squad.
So far, he's good.
Yeah. Let's see. The Ravens look good. Steelers, look all right, but they all, the Steelers always going real season time. They turn it on. What is his name? McCarthy in Minnesota doesn't look promising.
Yeah, they brought in Carson Wentz to back him up. That's how
doesn't look promising. So that in itself is interesting. New Orleans still looks terrible. No quarterback whatsoever. So that in itself is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Denver looks good. Denver looks good in the preseason, but what I see, this is what I know about NFL. When you are undefeated or look really good in the preseason, you play terrible in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true.
But other than that, I didn't see much that made me sit back and be like, yeah. Like, it's a lot of teams. The Raiders look shaky. My Seahawks look terrible in their finale. Green Bay looks shaky.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams look shaky, man. So I don't know. It's all about, once we get to this real season and they start putting the real people out there, we're going to see what it's about.
True. We'll see what in basically 2 weeks, see what's going on.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to this last topic, man. Trump to deploy more troops in different states. Ohio,
Cleveland is the city. Cleveland is the city where we come from. So that's where they'll be. Hey, listen. So I got a frat brother in DC, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was at the barbershop on Sunday. I'm joking with him. I'm like, damn, Trump let you out the house to get a haircut. And he was like, yeah, man, it's fucked up. So he sent me a video of him in traffic, bro, and how ICE and them jumped out on this one car. I'm like, yo, this cannot be life. And the traffic he was in. I said, yo, this cannot be life right now. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the man said what he was going to do, and he doing what he said. So promises kept. You know what I'm saying? Like
he getting away with everything he said he wanted to.
Getting away with everything. Like
he said, "Fuck all y'all rules, all y'all laws. I'm gonna create my own rules and laws."
Yeah, he's showing y'all what happens when absolute power corrupts. So I hope, and I'm gonna say this, and this is excluding our people because we still need to just. To me, I think we just still need to keep rocking on the sideline, but I want to see what people do for this dear democracy that they hold so tightly to them. You know what I'm saying? Are they going to just let this man slowly but surely pull this power grab and this coup? Or are y'all going to stand up and fight? And when I mean stand up and fight, I ain't talking about like guns, bullets, and none of that stuff. I ain't really talking about protesting. I'm just really talking about, saying this. Fuck y'all game. We done playing it. We're not going to work. We're not going to do anything. We're just not going to do shit. That's the way, because at the end of the day, America, you got to understand this. In America, black skin color don't respect skin color. They don't give a fuck. What people respect in America is money. Green respects green. If you have enough money, then you are my equal or you're on my same playing field and we're good. So we're not on that same playing field. Then we're in a different tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're in a bracket that we're getting fucked in. I'm sorry, we're the minority majority, and I'm talking about when I say us as people, I'm talking about everybody: blacks, poor whites, poor blacks, Latinos, everybody that ain't in that tax bracket to get those incentives.
400,000 and above.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it's more of us than them. We need to. I'm waiting for that day when we like, fuck it, I ain't going to work. I'm not doing this shit no more because this system is so unfair to us that we've had it. Because at the end of the day, the system only runs because we're the cog, we're the engine. If the engine says fuck it, that car ain't moving. So can we not move? Can we not? Can we just sit still? Because I want them to cut off our electricity. I want them to do shit like that. Because that's in our eyes, that should bring us to the point to where like, okay, this government that was set up for the people, by the people, ain't for the people, and it's not by the people no more. It's ran by these corporations, these executives, and these tech bros. So I'm just waiting for that day. I know it's gonna be some hurt. I know it's gonna be some pain, but motherfucker, go out there and buy half of, like, get your money together. Go buy you a cow, get that bitch butchered down, split the meat up between your family, learn how to do stuff. But you gotta get ugly before you get clean, man. And we gotta go ugly.
That is true. Sam F says she's been in this craziness in Phoenix for a bit. Said that ICE has been running rampant in Phoenix. Said they're running up into the schools now. So she was like, I'm sure that they're on the list. I'm sure they are too.
Yeah.
But
you know what I'm saying? It's just
we're in Ohio, Sam, and we're on the list.
We made the list, yeah. And that's because he's going after Cleveland because we're ran by what, a black mayor.
Black mayor.
Is he gonna send people down to Cincinnati? Maybe, because their mayor, I believe, is Muslim. I think he's brown, I guess.
Yeah,
so
he's going after all of the black mayors.
Yeah, but he's not gonna send them to Columbus.
No, because that's where the KKK is heavy at.
And that's where the governor is at, where he's also white. So they're not gonna do that. But every city that he named had black mayors or black governor.
Yeah, or women governors or women.
Yeah, exactly.
Mayors.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's crazy.
And with that, Coach, you just said women. So women, white women in general.
Yes.
Y'all know how they feel about y'all, but yet y'all go in them booths and still vote for these motherfuckers. You know how they feel about y'all.
Want to be
they trying to. The next thing after they go after gay marriage, JD Vance, not JD Vance, but Pete Hegseth, they're gonna go after your right to vote, women.
Yeah, they already talking about that video. We talked about it last week.
Yeah,
how they were out there with that preacher talking about women should have the right to vote, men should be the decision makers for the household, and all of that other crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. My lady runs my household. If I was left to run the finances, we would be fucked up. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want that privilege, and I'm not in the business of telling my wife or my daughter like how to vote and what to choose. Like that's for them. Like, do we have conversations like when me and my wife, when election time roll up and talk? Yeah, we have conversations, and I'm like, yeah, vote for this person because, hey, no lie, I'm a union vice president, so I try to do shit for the workers. So when I find out somebody that's pro worker and help us out, yeah, I'll tell her. But at the end of the day, she makes that choice in the voting booth. She does what she wants to do. We have those conversations, but nah, man, hey, all them days of bashing your wife over the head and dragging her to the caves are done, yo.
Exactly.
It's done. Right. Like, everybody is equal and should be treated as such. Like, stop trying to take rights away from others because your little power is slipping.
Exactly. I definitely agree. Well, we at the end of the show, so we had get it off your chest, Coach. So you know what time it is. It's time for you to get it up off your chest. You want to go first? Or you want me to go?
You can go first, but I'm gonna say this real quick.
Okay.
Your boy Kyle McCord got cut. Yes, he did.
Are you serious?
Him and DTR got cut.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's so funny is that Shador might end up in Philly. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, so get it off your chest. I want to get it off my chest about this whole Shador Sanders situation. Mm-hmm. What I want people to understand is that the problem with this situation and why it's raising so much hell and getting so much attention, and people are like, oh, it's making it worse for Shador. No. What made it worse for Shador is the way that they treated this man. He was a Division I player. He was the number one draft pick prospect. And the NFL purposely shot this kid down. And to the point where Mel Kiper himself, the draft analyst expert, lost his shit on national television.
Yep.
Lost his shit on national television. So that lets you know that something is going on. But here's the problem that I have. People don't want to understand that this comes down to a black man telling white NFL owners what his kid is not going to do. But it was okay when the white father, Arch Manning, did it for Eli. That is the reason why this is becoming such a major problem, and people need to give respect to. It's bigger than football. It's bigger than, Shador versus Dylan Gabriel. It's bigger than that. It is because we know he is the top prospect. It is because we know he should have been a number one pick. It is because a black father stood up for his black son and was looking out for his black son. And the narrative is there are no black fathers in the homes doing the right stuff by their kids. They want you to believe this. So if you have a black father speaking up for his black son, listen, you're going to meet this all the time when you have white owners who control people financially. The problem is that Shador came in with $30-40 million of his own money. So now it's like, what do? We can't control him. We can't turn around and if like hold his money up over his head or his contract over his head because he already got money. Only thing you would have been able to do was give him more money. That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
He already got all these endorsements coming in. So their problem is a black kid. I said this in my TikTok. A black kid with great numbers, a supportive family, and he has confidence in $40 million. They're going to try to do everything they can to break him, to make him beg for their money to play in their league. And that's just what it all comes down to. And people need to recognize this and understand this is bigger than football. That's all I got for that, coach.
Yeah. So I guess, oh man, that was a lot. I guess mine's is gonna be after. So I'm starting to watch this that white lady podcast who said all that stuff about
Trump last week
Trump last week. She's first off, that podcast is funny as fuck.
They're hilarious.
So I got it when she called them Cankles McTaco tits. That's what she calls them, or she calls them Kanks. And then she dropped a new one today. She called JD Vance Little Smoky for his eyeshadow.
Right.
So I gotta say this, man. Going off of what I said earlier. We gotta do something, man. It's getting dark. Like case in point, it's just getting off my chest. But I got a friend that works for he does a potato chip company.
Okay.
And they had a meeting with like all these higher ups from these different grocery stores, and they like, man, we gotta raise these prices. This tariffs is coming in, and we can't keep eating the tariffs, so we gotta pass it on. Walmart just said that they prices about to go up because of the tariffs. Xbox then went up $50. Nintendo then went up another $50. What's the other one? PlayStation then went up. Your phone, you go to the phone, you try to go get a new phone, those prices about to go up. And I'm saying this, all this to say this is like, to all you motherfuckers that sit at home and say, oh, I didn't vote for this. Yes, the fuck you did. You voted for all this when you voted for one person.
Yes.
You get whatever you don't. When you go in the booth, you don't get to pick. You don't get to say, I'm voting for Trump, and this is the reason right here. This reason he got to do it. No, he's going to do all the shit that he said he was going to do. You voted for that.
Yep.
So I'm tired of hearing that. And then lastly, I'm gonna get on I can't even say my Democrats because I kind of feel myself as an independent Democrat,
Right.
but um Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, was that whack ass dude Cory Booker. Y'all need to
Cory
go.
Booker.
Y'all need to go. We
Right.
the leadership. I don't know who's the Senate. I don't know who's the leader in the Senate. Is it Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer? I don't know.
It's supposed to be Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, what are we doing?
Right.
So at the end of the day, since I can't figure it out, y'all, Chuck Schumer, you got to go. I'm sorry, you old, you done. You get all your money from APAC anyway. You getting paid. Same thing with you, Cory Booker. You're just a actor, a bad actor. Because I read through your bullshit long time ago. Your fake
Yeah.
relationship that you had when you was
Yeah.
running, you had to bring out a girl. You brought her out, and after you stopped running, she just disappeared. Y'all don't see them together no more. So whatever,
Right.
dude. To me, you're. I think you're the Democratic version of Lindsey Graham anyway. But that's just me. And like you got fucking what's dude's name, man? Hakeem Jeffries cosplaying as a thug senator. Like, dude, just stop, man. Like y'all ain't none of y'all about none of that action. Y'all talk a good game because it's just theater for y'all.
Right.
But it's y'all are playing with people's lives, bro. And it
Yeah.
ain't theater for us. It ain't theater. So in this situation, I'm gonna ask all three of y'all clown ass, buffoon ass, no good ass, as in Jamaica, you fucking waste man ass niggas to exit stage left. Y'all gotta go. Like y'all just there getting money. Y'all got y'all bread. Go, man. Cause y'all ain't there for the people.
Not there for the
And,
people.
y'all the party that I'm more aligned with. And it hurts me to say it, but y'all three, I don't see the purpose of y'all. So
Yeah.
Jersey, if y'all reelect Cory Booker, something wrong with y'all in Jersey, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Chuck Schumer, I know he gonna get reelected because he, New York got that, got the Jewish vote and all that other stuff. I know he gonna get, but dude, don't bring them back, bro. Don't bring them back. That's it, coach.
All right. Well, this brings us to the end of our show, everybody. I want to thank everybody who tuned in on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. We appreciate y'all as usual. Once again, we are here every Monday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Doss. I'm here with my man, Coach Shot. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace, y'all.
All right, Coach. It was a good